doing the stories because I should have crossed the border. I should have crossed the border when I was in El Paso, Texas, back 10 years ago. I should have. Let me tell you the reason why. Because there's a news article in Dallas. What's the name of the station? Is WFAA, which is Channel 8 ABC affiliate in Dallas. I think they did a story on African Americans, such as myself. We all racially mixed African Americans, black, dark skin, white, whatever, light skin, whatever. Um, go down to Mexico, and they like it in Juarez. I was in El Paso. I was afraid to cross because of the drug cartels and stuff. But people kept telling me you should like it, including this African American man who's a very dark skinned guy who lived there for a long time, lived in El Paso for a long time across the Rio Grande. He has children. His daughter, a brown skin with a afro, she's part Mexican. Her mother's Mexican. Live in Mexico, and he goes to Juarez a lot. Speaks Spanish, everything. And many people kept telling me about. It. I was like, I'm not going by myself. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially being American. But they're saying on this news article that they love it. They said this one man said he in the news article in the episode. Well, he said that his interview. He said that he loved it that Mexico opens arms to him. He's staying there. I wouldn't go back to the United States. Let me let you know. I understand why this is dangerous. Okay. But the more dangerous is racism here. And I know I'm saying people come to my channel with Mexicans are racist. I have told you many dozen times. It used to be the Chicanos who are that way. The immigrants are not as racist compared to those who are born here. Okay? Let's get that straight. If you know your history, okay, you'll know that Langston Hughes went to Mexico dozens of times. Okay? And he said he felt welcome there. He also felt I'm sorry if I was racist, I would never came back to the United States. I didn't say you're trying to help the people here, but feel like this. I feel like how here a lot of folks know that a lot of African American slaves were mixed and pure, especially the black Seminoles who were mixed with Native American crossed the Rio Grande too back in the 1850s. Okay, um, I know my history there. I would love to go if I was a slave. I'll be a runaway slave. I would not be a house of the field. I would ran to Mexico. I would never came back. I'm sorry. And the woman to her told me she was trying to get some slaves out of the plantation. They wouldn't leave. I don't know. I was like, forget y'all. Okay, y'all want to get called type of niggas and all that stuff and get beaten and all that stuff and all that thing that happened to all these white racist people. Fine, go ahead and enjoy that. But I'm not gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna get my behind out of there. And I would swam the Rio Grande because they didn't have no bridge then. Well, they probably did, but it didn't really. It was a big river at the time. It's not no more because I went by the border back in 2005 and 6, 2004, 5, and 6. I was in a job corps and I was in Pasadena Community College. When we went on trips, and we went close by the border, we couldn't cross it because the government, job corps van. Um, I saw how small it is, but back in the day, it was big. So I would ran. I didn't care. I got bitten by snakes. I wouldn't care. I would have ran from white racism here in Texas, here in America. Okay. Um, and so anyway, in the article, and there was also a man who was of African American descent who also married a Mexican woman and was in there for years. And for some reason, they moved back to El Paso. I would not move to El Paso. I was staying behind Mexico, and so he took his wife to get citizenship there or here. Then he's going back to Mexico, and so he has children, grandchildren. They look very mixed. They look Mexican, They don't look African. He also about my camel complexion too. But if you saw the grandchildren of his children, of his grandchildren, I say, well, they look very Mexican. And I have met many people, and I'm not talking about Afro-Mexican roots. I'm talking about African-American roots. I met people who you think they were Mexican when I was in El Paso, um, who had grandfathers are black. And I said, what? So I never denied them being part of me. You know what I'm saying? Because, uh, I mean, I'm mixed with Creole. So if they would have came to Louisiana, and my roots are from Louisiana. They came a long time ago, but let's say they was living here in Texas, and the people mistaken as Mexican, but they told they was just black. I'm not saying deny your roots, and they did. They think they were Creole, but no, they're black and Mexican people, mixed Blaxicans down there. One chick, I'm not gonna say on this television video, I'm talking about the one you saw my video about me making a comment about the one drop rule, and I mentioned this heifer. Well, she was part black and part Mexican. Her dad was black Indian. Mother was Mexican, and she said her mother like a white woman. Anyway, she she and I got butt heads about our multiracial identity and everything else. Okay, so I never want to be around her, and I don't like her. But anyway, she's from El Paso. So point is, I would love to go to Mexico. I would never come back. I'm sorry. When I almost went to Mexico 2 times before I went to El Paso, I was in high school, and it was trips to go to Mexico, Acapulco, and go to Cancun. And trust me, I probably would not want to come back. Seriously, all I need was some money. Okay, some pesos to keep me up and give me a nice house, a nice apartment, whatever, and some a carro, it's a car in Spanish, and I would get some money for that, and I wouldn't never come back. I'm sorry. No, sorry. I want to say the F word. We don't want to say about America. F, America. Because America's very racist. You know, so that's why these people, African descent, feel welcome in Mexico, and they don't feel pity about America. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Um, there's many times concerned about multiracial identity and how racist I'm getting treated. I want to burn the American flag. I will say that. It's not anti-patriotic. I don't care. But it's very anti-patriotic to treat your citizens just because they color, their skin, or their mix, or their background, whatever, is different from yours as subhuman. And I'm sorry, I would not want to go to. I'm sorry. If we was doing slavery days, I'm sorry. The other slaves did not want. They want to get beaten by a master and everything. Go ahead and enjoy the beating and like I said, the mattresses. But I'm not going. I'm not going to take that. I played the Rio Grande with the Black Seminoles, and I would never came back. Never come back. I'm sorry. I stayed. I would stay my butt in Mexico. And I'll be like Josephine Baker, one of my role models who escaped Jim Crow segregation was Josephine Baker. She only came back to perform and help her people, but she was denied. It was called her comments because she was going against the Jim Crow laws. But she stayed in France, and I would have stayed in France. That's a part of my roots anyway, because I'm French. But and she's, I said Joseph Baker's black and American, and you know what I'm saying. I would not never want to come back to the United States. I'm sorry, you're not gonna let me live a segregated lifestyle. No, no, no. I don't believe in that, and I'm not going to be that. You know what I'm saying. I mean, I thank God that Martin King, Rosa Parks, and Medgar Evers, and Prescott King, and Jimmy Jackson, yeah, fought for our rights to be citizens in the United States, but we still got a lot to do. And you know what I'm saying? In 2015, we still got a lot to deal with. So that's what I'm saying. I kudos to those people of my African American roots who moved down to Mexico. I will stay my butt there too. I would not want to come back. I might come visit, but I would not want to be up. I probably wouldn't want to give up my citizenship because in case God willing and things change, but I would not want to stay in the United States. I'm just telling you, and like I said, Mexico open your arms. Like I said, when I speak Spanish to immigrants, especially fresh immigrants from Mexico, they respect me. But those Chicanos, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to stereotype all Chicanos, but the ones who are born here and raised here and they generation, I mean, I can't deal with people who assume that I'm supposed to act like a racist stereotype that you think that all of us act like. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying every Chicano should speak Spanish for everything, but you know, the dislikes of me singing Como la Flor are from people who are born here. And they raised here and they're raised for racism. That's like, so Roosevelt is talking about this, okay? You know what I'm saying? Of course, you have immigrants who come here and get Americanized fast, and they end up having racist attitudes as far as besides their black roots. They've tried, besides African Americans. But you have those who born here who was immersed in it for years. You see what I'm saying? So and they try to fit in with the white culture. White culture would not accept brown people, and yet they still try to do it anyway. They hate in all the part trying to assume into white culture. You have to hate blacks and your black ancestors. Don't want nobody knowing about your mestizo. You know what I'm saying? So that's why of course I don't I got the when I was in high school the immigrant Mexican people I got along with better than Chicanos. I'm just telling you like it is, okay? That's why I use the word poetry a lot because these folks, I'm not saying all Chicanos, but some of them try to do act like white people, and they're not. That's why, even now in Chicanos, but even other Latinos who are Venezuelan or Puerto Rican or wherever try to act that way too. You know what I'm saying? And just like the right now Vigioa, excuse me, who's from Venezuela, who's Now he claims he biracial. Okay, 9-10 Afro mestizo, just not just only Spanish and white, Spanish and black. He got some white and indigenous too. You just look at speeches. And he probably got his Afro Latino father side, because the Afro Latinos are not pure black. They're not pure black. I'm getting tired of y'all trying to make somebody pure black when they're not. Regardless, look at it or not, the DNA ain't pure, it ain't pure. Just respect that. And now he want to claim, but still, he had that basically add animosity and being immigrant from Venezuela, and just really got assimilated to right racist ideology here in the United States. That's why he had to think about Michelle Obama. So, but when you go to Mexico, the immigrants are nice. They love when you speak Spanish. They like you like their culture. They have no um, racist animosity about you liking their culture, liking their women. Even a Mexican man suggests me to go to a Mexican woman. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. You know what I'm saying? Because I messed up on my Spanish, and he was saying you need to get a Mexican girlfriend so you can teach. So it was so anyway. Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, it's like I said, the ones who don't want to see Mexican and black together is the ones who should kind of born here. I'm telling you, I'm serious. And and that's why, the Mexican people do not like them, because the simulation of trying to be like, not all of them. I love Selena. She's not like that. Okay, she wasn't. She had an African American backup dancer. The dark skinned brother, Don Shelton, God rest his soul, he passed away last year for cancer. And the van, they wouldn't like that. But I'm talking about the ones, I'm glad her parents taught her better not to judge nobody by the color of skin. But I'm talking about the ones who, if I'm talking about the set of folks, not all. You know what I'm saying? One stereotype. I have some kind of friends who don't act like that. But that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get, for example, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson to be married to a Mexican man who's also part Spaniard as well, Rene Elizondo. Rene Elizondo was her husband for a long time. She kept in secret, okay? And then later on in 2000, she divorced him. Okay, I went upstairs. I actually thought sorry, I said, Latoya Jackson, when she was with her white husband, Jack Gordon, all the stuff she was saying about her father and Michael Jackson was false, but when she admitted later on, but when she did tell the truth about Janet Jackson on the Geraldo Rivera show, she said Janet Jackson and Edward Alexander were already married, which is, like I told everybody, I wasn't shocked because of Latoya Jackson. She had that blonde hairdo on her head. She told everybody back in '96. I don't forget this. So, point is, they, and Janet Jackson, one of her best friends, besides Jennifer Lopez, who's Puerto Rican, one of her best friends, who was backup dancer, was a dancer for her, was Tina London, and Tina London's part white and part Mexican. So, you know what I'm saying? So she been around the bar a long time. Janet Jackson, I love Janet Jackson. I love Janet Jackson. And, saying, so I always loved her music over Michael's anyway. No offense. No, I'm not. I'm not knocking Michael down what he did. I don't believe he did. I do believe that disease and everything. I do believe he does, because his family backed him up, his doctor backed him up, and his first son has it. Okay, the Fidelago. But the point is, I don't care about none of that. I'm just talking about me. For some reason, I love women artists more than men artists. And then music. Just like today I was listening to Rihanna. Okay, so I always loved the divas like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Diana Ross, when I was growing up. So anyway, even Selena, So anyway, I always love the divas. So anyway, point is, but I had no problem with her marrying to a Mexican man. I had no problem with that. I think that her and Renee Alexander was a beautiful couple. You know what I'm saying? So, I had no problem with, we have, even Miguel was born out of a sister, in a Mexican man relationship. Miguel's an R&B singer, sing Quickie. I hate that song, Quickie, because the content of it. But the other songs he sang Miguel's part Mexican, part African American. Kid Cudi is part Mexican. And his mother is, I think, is she mixed with Indian too? She African American, and her father is Mexican. Kid Cudi, he got the kinky hair and everything, camera skin. And what's her name? Her mother's part Indian, part black, and the deal about her, and she dark skin. And her father is Puerto Rican and Mexican. That's Shaw Jackson. Okay, so I mean, of course, you have more, and also too, who else is one of and we're in my oh now that you kind of I have a problem with that's Santana. Okay, Carlos Santana. I love Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana married to a black, part black, part white woman. You know what I'm saying? So Deborah Santana, her name is. Yeah, and I think they're a good couple. You know what I'm saying? A very great couple. I think one time, one of the sons, Santana sons, one of his sons, is following me on what's it called it on Twitter. So I get his Twitter. Okay, Carlos Santana Jr. I think his name is. Hello, hola, cómo estás, mi hermano? Okay, yeah, that's me. Fucking is. Okay, but I'm just saying. I don't have no problem with, Mexican men marrying black sisters, because not only that, we mixed. Okay, both African Americans are mixed with black, white, Indian, and they mix with black, white, you know what I'm saying, other Hispanic. So I don't have no problem with that. Even if it wasn't, still wouldn't matter, because I mean, Martin King fought for us to be, treated as one and be treated equality, and we had the loving couple who went against the interracial laws. I mean, dog, y'all act like that we still living on the 60s and 50s days today in 2015. So that's what I'm saying. I would love to go to Mexico and stay there. I would not want to go back to the United States, and they would not have no problem with dating women, because, like I said, many Mexican men have always, I mean, not all the time, sometimes try to suggest me to go with this Mexican chick here and Mexican chick over there. I mean, therefore, it was some Chicanos, not all, who did not like to see that. So the Mexican people, you know, usually, especially if you're immersed, because I was immersed in their culture growing up in middle school and high school. They see that in you, they give you props for that. Okay, so, and it's not that I always loved it. For example, growing up in Texas, I always loved that culture anyway. But it used to be Mexico anyway. I mean, it was during Alamo, the white racist people stole this state. They drug Santana. Okay, Santana, Santiana, uh, uh, Santiana, excuse me. The drug Santiana, to already steal the state. Okay, that's supposed to know that secret. Okay, in the Yellow Rose, Texas, she was a mulatto. She rode with Santiana, and they were doing a little wild thing by the Channel Bridge area. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when Sam Hill, one of those white settlers who the army, Texas Army guys, caught them too, and he called Santiana with his draws. Oh, I'm sorry, we got to shoot him. We could be all technical about that. So anyway, before this, then they gave, because Santiana was on drugs, they gave him drugs. He was doing drugs at the time, and they gave him drugs. That's how they made him sign the bill to steal Texas away from Mexico. Okay, and then it was about slavery. It was about slavery. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Um, I would fight with the Mexican army, but not fight with the Texan army, because it was two mulatto people. I know it was fight with, I know it was some Mexican people fight with the Texan army too, but I would fight with Santa Ana. I would not fight with no doggone Texan army and be a slave. What the heck? Shoot. Anyway, but point is, um, in Mexico, they were banning slavery. Okay, Vicente Guerrero, who was part Spanish, part African, and the American mestizo president. Okay, second president of Mexico banned slavery. Okay, that's why slavery in Texas. That's why the Alamo was about slavery, because they was tired of those white and American people bringing the black slaves and not letting them be free, because the law said no slavery in Mexico. So that's the whole reason why, y'all, that Texas got stolen and got part of the Confederacy, and then they were trying to steal the rest of the Southwest too. Cleveland too. I also heard, if I correct me wrong, besides stealing the Southwest because it wanted more land, it was also doing slavery too, because a lot of I gotta read this book about Black California, because there was I heard in this book, started in Houston Public Library, that black people ran and went to California and made money there. You know what I'm saying? Um, and also too, especially and one thing, that's one thing we need to start clearing up Indian was, because Indian was part of it. It's because the black Seminoles, and I'm glad I'm mixed with Native American and African, and along with European as well. But the black and Indian part is very good when we talk about this, because in Mexico, the black and Indian people fought against the slave masters there. Seminole in Florida was mostly was owned by Spain, Florida, what the black Seminoles fought against white slave masters coming to Florida trying to steal black people or mixed black people there. You see what I'm saying? So, that doesn't change to be part of the American. You know what I'm saying? When people say go back to Africa, we can tell that white racist person to go back to Europe. I know I'm mixed with European as well, but Europeans are not native to this country. Native people, Native American indigenous people are. There's one thing about the immigration. Of course, nobody should be coming here illegally, no matter if they're black, brown, white, whatever, and we yellow. I'm talking about Asian. But at the same time, I'm very too weak on their argument when it comes to Latinos because the Mexico was stolen from, the parts of Mexico was stolen from the United States by white people. Okay, so it would go around, come around. You know what I'm saying? You should never had stole. I mean, please. It just get me upset. And I understand, like I said, people talking about, and one of my does videos about Mexican immigrants taking black people jobs. I'm not whining about no jobs because the jobs y'all whining about is a McDonald's type of job. I don't want that junk. Let me just straight right now. I don't want no $7.25 job. I want 10, 11, 13, 15. You know they're not gonna speak to nobody whether they're African or Hispanic or Asian or even European who don't speak English in corporate America. That's if I'm traveling here, visiting, and trying to make business plans with somebody. Okay, so I'm looking at the high-paying jobs. I'm not looking at low-paying jobs, and I'm not trying to stereotype. But when it comes to some of my people who do this, it's the people. I'm sorry to say this that I met who complain about this are those who don't want who had worked for a long time, who don't have an education. They in their 50s don't have an education. They have a criminal record. They had children at a young age. They dropped out of high school. That's what I've been noticing on my life. I haven't met somebody who's upscale, who's wanted by some Hispanic immigrant taking their job. Okay? I understand that. And then two, I understand they should make it a workforce, and this is white folks making the decisions, y'all. They should have a workforce where you can speak English and be bilingual at the same time, not always have bilingual, because even my bilingual skills don't sometimes match the job sometimes. And then they shock when I be speaking Spanish on jobs to Hispanic people. But point is, this is white racist people who are making you to try to pin blacks against Hispanics, and people who consider themselves black, should I say, against Hispanics, and Hispanics against people who consider themselves black. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to pin each other to each other, and it's completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? And y'all dominant, both black and brown, are going for the debate. It's like, when you put a trap for roaches and rats, and I'm not trying to compare Hispanics or blacks to roaches and rats. I'm just letting you know it's how white folks do it. You get debate, or they put a fish in the pond. They put a bait in there, and the fish is dumb enough to get that bait and get caught by the fish. Okay, that's how y'all don't understand. Okay, instead of trying to come together as a whole and stop fighting, stop calling each other the B word and the N word. It don't make no sense to call these are white race people words. Why y'all using it towards each other? Y'all can't complain about racism, but y'all doing it to each other. Get my point? So that's why. Every time I see a black and brown, and if you're African American, the same person, and you don't like Latinos, don't come to my page. And same thing, Latinos who race toward black folks, do not come to my page. I will block you. I will snitch on you. I don't care if you go local like LG Genius, whatever the name was, seen that Coco song. You can go local where you're black or brown, come in my local page with that racist bullcrap. I'm telling y'all, I'm not for that. Call me a coon. I don't care. Remember, I live for me. One thing, I don't live for no group. I live for me. Because when I die, I'll live here. I came along, I'll die alone. And I'm going to live for me. Till the day I die. So, y'all want to come here with that, I hate the N's and you N's, and I hate double B's and SPIC's. Do not come on my page, on my group. My YouTube channel, and with that bull call, I will snitch on your YouTube, and your YouTube account will be closed. Trust me, I've done it before. I don't play with haters. I don't take no haters. I like non-haters around me. Now, what color they are? But anyway, so point is, I would like to go to El Paso and cross the border to the Juarez. And that is because people had told me from Mexico, why is too very Americanized. So I might want to go deep. I would love to go to Costa Chica. That's Oaxaca. That's where a lot of Afro Mexicans are. Um, those who look African more than indigenous and Spaniard. So they're mixed too. So I want to negate that. I want everybody on they're mixed too. And so I would let her go over there and try to because try to help the movement out there. They're trying to get recognized down there. I always wanted to make a concert, a little free concert, if I could become a singer, un cantante, and sing for them. You know what I'm saying? A free concert and put it on HBO or something like that. So I would love to go to Costa Chica, Oaxaca, and Guerrero, and I'd love to go to Veracruz. I was called. See, that's what I'm saying. No, I can't negate those people, the African people, the descendant people in Mexico, because people in Job Corps, or why this is called the wildest immigrant students, we just call me Jarocho, because I speak Spanish, and the way I look. Because it's this, there's morenos, there's people who look black, who are African descent, actually, who in Mexico, they speak Spanish. They call me Jarocho. Every time I go out, Jarocho, Jarocho, Jarocho. That's a nickname for people from Veracruz. So I don't have no problem going I would love to go to Mexico, and I can say I'll be like Josephine Baker, not come back. I'll be like the middle finger towards America. I'm serious. Till things start changing. I understand we got President Mulatto Obama and brown skin mulatto Michelle in office, but there ain't nothing going on down there. Ain't nothing going on. I mean, we still got police killings. I mean, talking about the president. One thing I don't understand: why are these people getting by? Is the president, can he please initiate something or stop these folks from getting police shootings going on? Prosecute these police. I would. No talk about if I was the president. Excuse me. Prosecute these police officers. I don't care what I'm in charge. That's all Obama about to do. Okay, but anyway, I like this article that the WFAA.com Dallas Forward Channel 8 ABC affiliate made, and I'm so happy I made this story. It makes me want to go back to El Paso and cross that border and not come back. I'm telling you, I will not come back. I'm telling you, like Josephine Baker, when she went there, who watched Josephine Baker with Winfield. When Lynn Winfield, when she went in that water, she, I just died and went to heaven. That's exactly how I feel. I'm serious. I can't stand. Ooh, I have a love and hate relationship with this country here in the United States, and I'm telling you, I would love to go or get out of the United States. I would love to go to get out of the United States and have a good time. I'll be praising God, I'll be thanking God right now. I say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Gracias, Jesus Cristo. That means in Spanish. So therefore, I would tell him, thank you. Gracias a Dios. I will not feel go to this situation no more. I'm telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad, their sisters, they went to Mexico doing the Jim Crow stuff, okay? Because, I mean, I saw on Lifetime when Debbie Allen was interviewed, she said that their parents didn't want them to deal with all that Jim Crow racism and stuff. And I said, why, man, I told my grandfather, why y'all choose to stay here? If white folks were treating y'all all that time, why would y'all choose to stay here? I wouldn't want to stay in America. Shoot, I'm like, F America. You know what I'm serious. I mean, dang. I'd be like, I guess my Indian, African side come out of me, but the Indian part, when the AIM, American Indian, make the American flag backwards, I would have done the same. I'd probably burn it. I'm serious. I love America and I hate America. I hate the part. It's all the racial trash in here. So I'm letting you know that's what I feel about this. Anyway, bye bye. Have a nice day.